Hello everyone. Uh, in my previous video already I have explained about this some components of UV, that is some light source and mirror, slit and lenses, that is collimating system. After that we have monochromators, like it is a device used to isolate the radiation of desired wavelength from wavelength of the continuous spectra. This we isolate only one wavelength from the other wavelengths. So following types of monochromator devices are used, like filters, prisms and gratings are there. Filters. Selection of filter is usually done on a compromise between peak transmittance and a band pass width. The former should be as high as possible and latter as narrow as possible. So absorption filters are there, which works by selective absorption of the unwanted radiation and transmits the radiation which is required. So for example, you can take glass and gelatin filters for this filter. After this merit and demerits are there for this filter also. Like for merit is simple, advantage is simple in construction and is cheaper, and selection of the filter is easy. And some disadvantages are like less accurate, then band pass bandwidth is more, it is plus minus 20-30 nanometer, and that is if we have to measure at 400 nanometer, we get a radiation from 370 to 430 nanometer, and hence the less accurate results are obtained. Then this after that we have one more filter, that is interference filter. Works on interference phenomenon, cause rejection of unwanted wavelength by the selective reflection. It is constructed by using two parallel glass plates which are silvered internally and separated by thin film of dielectric material of different, okay, that is you can say CF2 and SiO and then MgF2. This reflective index means these are the dielectric material used for to making the thin film. Then these filters have a band pass of 10 to 15 nanometer with a peak transmittance of 40 to 60%. So here you can see this like one thin layer is there in between these two coatings, this semi-reflective coatings. Here you can see. An advantage of this is interference filter is provide greater transmittance and narrow band pass, that is 10 to 15, because previously we got like 30 this band pass, as compared to absorption filter we got a 30. So here it is 10 to 15, and it is inexpensive also, and additional filters can be used to cut off the undesired wavelength. So after that we have a prism. So prism is made from glass, quartz or fused silica. And quartz or fused silica is the choice of material for UV. So most of the these are using quartz in most cases. When a white light is passed through a glass prism, dispersion of polychromatic light in a rainbow occurs. Now by rotating of the prism in different wavelength of the spectrum can made to pass through in exit slit on the sample, and the effective wavelength depend on the dispersive power of prism material and the optical angle of prism. So here you can see the prism, like white light is passing through the prism where we got a rainbow. This dispersion angle is there, rainbow color we are getting from red to violet. After that prism we have gratings. In case of gratings we have there are two types of grating: diffraction grating and transmission grating. And gratings are most effective one in converting a polychromatic light to monochromatic light, as a resolution of plus minus 0.1 nanometer could be achieved by using this grating. These are more precious, they are commonly used in spectrophotometer. So diffraction grating and transmittance gratings are there. For diffraction grating, more refined dispersion of light is obtained by means of diffraction grating, and this consists of large number of parallel lines, like about 15,000 to 30,000 per inch, is rolled on a highly polished surface of aluminum. This for diffraction grating. These gratings are replicate made from master gratings by coating the original master grating with a epoxy resin and are removed after setting. So to make the surface reflective, a deposit of aluminum, here you can see I have given a photo here. So to make the surface reflective, a deposit of aluminum is made on the surface in order to minimize the to greater amount of scattered radiation and appearance of unwanted radiation of other spectral orders. The grating are blasted to concentrate the radiation into a single order. After that, we have a transmission grating. In transmission grating, it is similar to diffraction grating, but the refraction takes place instead of reflection in transmission grating. The refraction produces reinforcement. This occurs when the radiation transmitted through the grating reinforces with a partially reflected radiation. After that, we have sample holder or cuvette, you can say. This is a sample holder, you can see. So the cell or cuvette are used for handling the liquid sample. We can pour the sample. We have to pour the sample in the cuvettes, and the cell may be either rectangular or cylindrical in nature. For studying UV region, the cell are prepared from quartz or fused silica. Most of these are quartz, where the color corrected fused glass is used for the visible region. The surface of absorption cell must be kept scrupulously clean. No fingerprint or blotches should be present on cells. Cleaning is carried out washing with distilled water or with dilute alcohol and acetone. Here you can see the holder. It should be free from impurities, like there should not be any any type of fingerprint in the wall of this course sample holder. So these are the instrumentation part. In my next part of video, I am going to explain about some detectors used in UV. Thank you.